Victory on the outside odds on Carmel, Holy Jalapeno, and Bugsy McGuire in the second tier playing bad. Field of 9, race number 1, first of 8 dashes on this Tuesday night. Good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Flamboro Downs for this Thursday evening, September the 25th, nonetheless. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. In race number 1, scratched is number 7, Good as Him. Race 1, scratch number 7, Good as Him. Races 2 and 3, no changes. No changes, races 2 or 3. Race number 4, scratched is number 5, Classy Guy. Race 4, scratch number 5, Classy Guy. In race number 5, scratched is number 8, Final Dream. Race 5, scratch number 8, Final Dream. Races 6 and 7 have no changes. No changes, races 6 or 7. And race number 8, number 3, Silk and Sweet, changing blinkers to blind bridle. That's blinkers to blind. And number 6, Aladdin Dulac, changing blind to side rolls, blind to side rolls. Field on post parade for race number 1. 1 is all summer long. Brent McDonald for Ron McDonald and Hartel Maintenance and Shenko. Number 2 is Pinewood Hanover Deg Henderson for Quantum Farms. Number 3 is Fireside in My Veins, Austin Surrey for Gary Lance. Number 4 is Iraq is Sammy Filia for Francis Gimmet. And number 5 is Third Time's the Dream, Eddie Hensley for Jim Ellis. Number 6, I'm Above Average, Jay Harris for Derek Anderson and Gordon Mason and Scott Mason. 7 is Scratched, and number 8 is Joke Edge, Paul McKenzie for Jim King and William Brown. Well, fans, front of the program lists my most probable winner, but actually, what I've decided to try to do now, because we've had too many best bets that are 1 to 9 and 1 to 5, and 1 to 5 is never the best bet because that's not a good idea to be too often backing 1 to 5 horses. So I'm looking for a horse that I like their chances to win, but you might still get some kind of a price because there's some others that will draw some attention. So not really most probable winner, but at least one that could be a decent bet and might score a price, at least a little bit of a price. Trying to stay away from 1 to 5. Pinewood Hanover 2 to 1, but all summer long has a really good chance in here. So does Arrakis. Actually, Good as Him was one that was going to get a lot of action, but was scratched. So Pinewood Hanover is one that I think is going to be a decent play in here. Was really good last time out. Second to a Jokage, one that got away well and then came first up and battled hard. That first up trip was grinding and grinding, was beaten just like. Seen Pinewood Hanover in the past and racing at Grand River back in July and August, and was one race in particular where he swamped the field to win by 6. But Pinewood Hanover overall is a pretty good one. Dag Henrikson's a good trot guy, and Pinewood Hanover I think has got a really nice shot and won't probably wind up being a 1 to 5 horse because there's some other strong ones in here. One of those is One All Summer Long, who is coming in off of a win here last time out, went to the front and was able to wire the field in 157 and 3. Has made $2,000 a start this year, and last year, well, made almost $3,000 a start. So there's lots of class with All Summer Long. And also, if you look over on the right-hand page, it lists their earnings in the last 10 starts. Well, All Summer Long has earned twice as much in the last 10 starts as Pinewood Hanover. So that's often a way of measuring class, but I do like Pinewood Hanover 8 to 5. The money's come there all summer long. It's a huge threat, and he's 2 to 1. A couple of others. Number 8 Jokage. Well, you got to discuss this one because it was a winner last time up. Beat Pinewood Hanover and Arrakis. Problem is that was post 1. Now it'll be post position 7. Interesting to see what the plan is for Paul McKenzie. If he's going to leave out with this one. But overall, Jokage is one that off that good win and a second last time out in the class below this one. Jokage and Paul McKenzie 9 to 2. And the veteran Arrakis, a 13-year-old that's racked up more than $750,000 in lifetime earnings and is sent up of the barn of Francis Gimmet, who's having just an outstanding season, and Sammy Filia, who's had a breakthrough year. And Silky Sammy has a 315 driving average, and Francis Gimmet 357 on the training side. So Arrakis strong tandem 4 to 1. Number 2 Pinewood Hanover 8 to 5, my top choice. Starters called the field for race number 1. All summer long, Pinewood Hanover on the inside. In the center, Fire Inside My Veins and Arrakis. And third time's the dream. To the outside, I'm above average. And Jokic, it's a field of 7. Race number 1. And the field for race number 1 has reached the top of the stretch. They're gathering speed. They're at the start of the rough. And Arrakis on the outside. Jokic is leaving well with Pinewood Hanover. Fire Inside My Veins. And then all summer long, third time's the dream. And I'm above average. But right now, Arrakis has got the lead. Arrakis, Jokic, Pinewood Hanover, and all summer long, the top 4. And Jokic went off stride, rushing towards the front. Arrakis at 3-1's got the lead. Racing second, Pinewood Hanover is going to pop out right now against Arrakis. And all summer long is on the inside third. On past the opening quarter they go. Pinewood Hanover 4-5 of the board, 27-4 the opening quarter. Arrakis is racing second, 3-1, and all summer long at 5-2 is third. And then Fire Inside My Veins and third time's the dream. And I'm above average, but Pinewood Hanover leads as they race off the turn and is in front of Arrakis. And then all summer long inside third, Fire Inside My Veins, and then third time's the dream, and I'm above average, but they race on past the half, and Pinewood Hanover 56-3 halftime. All summer long is popped out from third right now. Still racing second is Arrakis, and all summer long is on the outside third off that 56-3 halftime. It's Pinewood Hanover with a lead of a couple of lengths. Arrakis is second. All summer long chipping away on the outside, 2 off the lead. Fire Inside My Veins is fourth. Well back third time's the dream, and I'm above average, and another break for Jokic. Pinewood Hanover heading on to 3/4, and all summer long is getting a little bit closer. Pinewood Hanover and all summer long. Arrakis on the inside third. Fire Inside My Veins. Front 4 tightly grouped. 3/4, 126-1. And all summer long has come on to take a slim lead. Pinewood Hanover not able to fend off all summer long. Fire Inside My Veins on the outside. Pinewood Hanover has dropped back to third. Arrakis is fourth. And then I'm above average in third time's the dream. But all summer long is charging on down the stretch drive now. And all summer long, Fire Inside My Veins. All summer long is going to win. Jokic second. Then Fire Inside My Veins, and I'm above average. 157-4 for all summer long. There's a look at the winner, number 1. All summer long, Brett McDonald, the winning driver. 5-year-old Triumphant Caviar Brown Mare. Owned by Brett McDonald and Hartel Maintenance in Shengo. Ron McDonald's the trainer. 7th win for all summer long this season. 26th lifetime. First raise payouts, one all summer long. 720, $383. For a rack is 373.20. Three fire inside my veins, 780. $2 exactor, 25.20. Dollar try, 77.75. Dollar super, 534.30. 20-cent super, 106.86. First race order finish from the top. 163254, scratch 7. That is, again from the top down, 163254, scratch 7 on the bottom. Field for the second on parade. 1, Angel Sheffer, Daryl Thiessen for Chantel Mitchell and J.D. Peltier and Claudemel. Number 2 is Bucky's Fireball, Wayne McLean for Beverly Bryce. 3 is Annabella Bianco, Brett McDonough for Ron McDonald. 4 is Arch Rising, Austin Sorey for Zachary Carroll and Barbara Lynn Chu. Number 5 is Stormy, Sammy Filia for Cassidy Schneider, Colonel Schneider Jr. And number 6, The Magic Within, Andre Goy, drives and trains for Don Leshied. And number 7 is Frankenspeed, Chris Johnston, drives and trains and owns. It's a field of 7 for race number 2. Before we look at this field for the second, which is the start of the pick 3, in race number 3, now a single claim each on the 2, Jafar Dulac, and 5, Gascoigne Sunday. Single claims on the 2 and 5 out of the third. Let's look at the field for race number 2. And, well, how about number 3? Annabella Bianco, 3 to 5 on the board. And, well, one that was racing in this maiden class here each of the last couple. Tougher posts 6 and 7, and yet finished second in both. The last one had early interference. The start before it, an interference break. Annabella Bianco just can't get a break. I mean, bad racing luck getting interfered with in both of those starts here. But if Annabella Bianco can get around the track without anybody interfering with her, I think she's got a big chance in here. Brett McDonough for Ron McDonald is heavily bet at 1 to 2. There's a look at number 7, Frankenspeed, and one that comes in with 3 top 3s in the past 4 starts, 6 out of 10 on the season. Frankenspeed, well, post 7 last time out, finished third. Maybe can build off of that, and is one that, look, parked every step of the way and still managed to third. So Frankenspeed could be scary in here. Frankenspeed is 6 to 1. Chris Johnson driving and training this one. Others to get a look at. How about number 4, Arch Rising? Arch Rising is a one that left from post 8 last race, blasted out, got a pocket trip, tired a little bit in the late going, but now this will be the third career start. Arch Rising, driven by Austin Sorey in each of the first 2 starts and drives here. This is the second start for Zachary Carroll with Arch Rising. The first one was with Brian Ballore and then changed hands and went to Zachary Carroll for that last start, and now here. Arch Rising, 2 to 1. Also has to be taken seriously with the better post position and gets off the gate well. A big threat in here. And number 1, Angel Shefford, well, has had a couple of starts now. Each one, the end result wasn't good, but did flash some things throughout the mile. Last time out at Grand River, got off the gate well, tired in the late going. But look, this is one set up by Chantel Mitchell, and Chantel is having a good season, especially at Grand River. Had a huge, won about 38% of her starts on the season at Grand River. Just unbelievable. Daryl Thiessen's had a really good year, 309 driving average. Double barrel Daryl and Chantel Mitchell teaming up here with Angel Shefford. Third start. I think this one could step forward. It might be the sleeper value. 8 to 1 on the board. Fans note, in race 3, we also have a claim on 1 modern writer. A claim on 1 modern writer. Gate is rolling for race number 2. Angel Shefford, Bucky's Fireball. In the center, Bella Bianco, Arch Rising, and Storm Me. And to the outside, The Magic Within and Frankenspeed. It's a field of 7. Race number 2 on a Thursday night at Flamboro Downs. Let's go Blue Jays. Come on, man. Field of 7 for the second. They're in the stretch drive, gathering speed, approaching the start. Angel Shepherd, Arch Rising, and Storm Me. Also, then the Magic with Wind, Franken Speed, Bucky's Fireball, and Annabella Bianco. And the field strides on around that first turn. Arch Rising leads by about 3 right now. Angel Shepherd is second, Storm Me third. Bucky's Fireball. Then it is back to Annabella Bianco and the Magic Within. And Frankenspeed is a wide, but trailing the field. Went wide around that first turn as well. Arch Rising's got the lead, 7-2 on the board. Arch Rising leads by about 2 1/4. Angel Shepherd is second, Storm Me third. And racing fourth, Bucky's Fireball, 29-4 opening quarter. And Annabella Bianco is fifth, and the trailing pair, Frankenspeed, still on the outside, and the Magic Within on the inside. But Arch Rising at 7-2. Austin Surrey with the front. Angel Shepherd is second. Then Storm Me. Bucky's Fireball. And Annabella Bianco is back racing position fifth right now. And off stride went Bucky's Fireball. And Bucky's Fireball is trying to, recover his gait now. And as they race past the half, it's 1 minute and 4/5. Arch Rising has that lead over Angel Shepherd. And then Storm Me. Bucky's Fireball, after a break now, has recovered and is out there first over. And then Annabella Bianco went off stride. Then it is the Magic Within and Frankenspeed. So it's Arch Rising at 7-2 with the lead as they head on to 3/4 off that half of a minute and 4. Bucky's Fireball on the outside as the field works their way up towards 3/4, 131-1. And it is Arch Rising, Angel Shepherd, Bucky's Fireball. Frankenspeed on the outside now is flashing some late speed, and Stormy on the inside. But it is Arch Rising, Angel Shepherd, Bucky's Fireball. Up the inside, Stormy on down the stretch. Where they come, Arch Rising, Angel Shepherd looking to rise up against Arch Rising, and Angel Shepherd. Arch Rising wins it. Angel Shepherd was second. Then it was Stormy. Frankenspeed with a late push appeared to pick up a fourth. 202 flat. There's look at the winner of race number 2, number 4, Arch Rising. Austin Sorry with the winning drive, a 4-year-old Archangel Bay horse owned by Barbara Lynn Jew, Zachary Carroll, the trainer. First win for Arch Rising, 202 flat. The second race payouts for Arch Rising, $9.10, $4.360. One Angel Shepherd, $9.20, $4.80. Five Storm Me, $10.50. $2 Actor, $38.10. Dollar Tri, $341.50. Dollar Super, $1,087.70. 20-cent Super, $217.54. Double up 1 and 4, $33.60. Second race order of finish from the top down is at 2. Sixth place 7 for interference will off stride. 7th place 6, 1, 3, 5, 4. That's 2, 7, 6, 1, 3, 5, 4 in the bottom. Field for the third on parade. One is Modern Rider, Daryl Cheeson for Boyd Wilson and Nick Wilson, claim entered. Number two is Jafar Dulac, Everett Rooney for Daryl Laver and Martin Blaisdell, claim entered. Three is Rock and Roll Shadows, Sammy Filia for Jacob Roberts and Brittany Smeltzer. Four is Control the Smile, Jason Rye for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Number five, Gascoigne Sunday, Austin Saray for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated. And number six, Senior Advisor, Scott Gulliver, Courtney Bishop, and John McQueen and Stuart McQueen. Field of six, race number three. Let's get a look at this field. Once again, no claims on 1, 2, and 5. And, well, it's a field of six, but there's 8,000 claiming horses and geldings and some decent form coming in with some of them in here. And there's number five, Gascoigne Sunday, one that was an 18-time winner last year, 41 wins lifetime, but got to 18 last year as his 6-year-old Gascoigne Sunday. Set up by Gerard Demers. Now, this will be the first start with Gerard, had been with Marc-Andre Simoneau, and Gascoigne Sunday coming in from Rideau Carlton. This is one, of course, we've seen win here in the past, and overall, Gascoigne Sunday, I got a lot of time for this horse, and of course, the connections, Gerard Demers barn, a very strong barn. Claim is in, so it's going to be one start with Gerard Demers, and Gascoigne Sunday. He is one that blasted to the front last race and then finished second. One got by, but still overall a good outing to build off of in here. Big threat to win and is 6-5. Some others, how about three, Rock and Roll Shadow? Well, one that moves up a level off a dominant win here in 55-1. Rock and Roll Shadow certainly is in a little bit tougher, but you got one with a couple of wins in the past four starts. Now, both of those were below this class. The one start at this level, September the 6th at Hanover, was only a fourth, so Rock and Roll Shadow. But it is Sammy Filia driving, and Rock and Roll Shadow is one that I think has a chance to win. I don't like 3-5 because Rock and Roll Shadow is stepping up in class while some of the others were racing at this level. And some of those are number one, Modern Rider, who's got a claim entered. And Modern Rider is one that was racing in this class before dropping down last race. Really been effective for a number of starts. Just managed to get down in class last race because of the earnings and fit the profile, but now comes back up. Modern Rider inside post one that doesn't blast out a lot, although you see a start at Clinton from post one, got away third, won that day by 9 3/4, and that was in this class. Modern Rider can be dangerous in here. Daryl Cheeson for Boyd Wilson and is 7-2. And number two, Jafar Dulac. Fans think this one's lacking in here, but I kind of disagree. And this is one, Garrett Rooney for Daryl Laver, that off of the claim last time out, and there's a claim entered, and was a winner in this class in back-to-back starts before that last race at Sarnia, finishing fourth. I expect Jafar Dulac not to be lacking much and be very much in the hunt for the win. Of the four that I mentioned, that's the value, 12-1 on Jafar Dulac with the claim entered. Garrett Rooney, G-Money, having a great season, almost 200 driving wins in the season and a 335 driving average. Jafar Dulac, 11-1. Gate is rolling for race number 3. On the inside, Modern Rider, Jafar Dulac. In the center, Rock and Roll Shadow control the smile to the outside. Gascoigne Sunday and Senior Advisor. It's a field of 6 for race number 3. Field for the third. Is into the stretch drive, gathering speed. They're at the start of the rough. Rock and Roll Shadow, Gascoigne Sunday, Jafar Dulac, Modern Rider, Control the Smile, and Senior Advisor is trailing. But right now, Rock and Roll Shadow has the lead. And on the inside, Jafar Dulac, Gascoigne Sunday taking back, trying to find his seat, and is racing on the outside third, and is going to squeeze over to the pylons in front of Modern Rider. Then on his back to Control the Smile and Senior Advisor, Rock and Roll Shadow, rocking and rolling past the opening quarter. 3-2 on the board. 27-1 opening panel. Jafar Dulac is second. Gascoigne Sunday third. Modern Rider fourth. And then with Control the Smile and Senior Advisor. And it is Rock and Roll Shadow who's got the lead. Jafar Dulac is racing position second. Gascoigne Sunday is third. And they come off the turn. Rock and Roll Shadow with the lead. And as they come up to the half of a 27-1 opening quarter, leading by 2 lengths, Rock and Roll Shadow, half of 56-3. Jafar Dulac is second. There goes Gascoigne Sunday now working first over. Modern Rider is situated second over fourth. Up the inside, Control the Smile to the outside, Senior Advisor. 3 to the inside, 3 to the outside. They're chasing Rock and Roll Shadow. Second still, Jafar Dulac, about a length and 3/4 from the lead. Gascoigne Sunday on the outside, third. Starting to move up a little bit closer as they hustle on to 3/4 off that 56-3 halftime. But Rock and Roll Shadow continues to rock and roll. And then Gascoigne Sunday, center of the track, has second. Jafar Dulac inside third. There goes Modern Rider now. Modern Rider 3 wide is coming on, 3/4 in 125. And it is Modern Rider bearing down on Rock and Roll Shadow. Gascoigne Sunday coming forward, and Jafar Dulac is looking up the passing lane. Rock and Roll Shadow. Modern Rider on the outside. Rock and Roll Shadow. Gascoigne Sunday. It is Rock and Roll Shadow. Gascoigne Sunday. And then Jafar Dulac in fourth between Modern Rider and Control the Smile. 154-4. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 3, Rock and Roll Shadow, 8-year-old Shadow Play, black gelding. Sammy Fillion, the winning driver. The owner is Jacob Roberts and Brittany Smeltzer. Jacob Roberts, the trainer, third win this season, second in a row. Rock and Roll Shadow, 154-4. The third race payouts. 3 Rock and Roll Shadow, $5, 290, 245. Gascoigne Sunday, 290, 260. 2 Jafar Dulac, 350. $2 exact rate, 90. Dollar try, 78.75. Dollar super, 41.95. 20-cent super, 8.39. And the claims out of race number 3. One modern writer. The new trainer will be Mike, and Shea Sumner will be. No, so it's backwards. The new trainer will be Mike Sumner. Number 2, Jafar Dulac. The new trainer will be Randy Harris. And number 5, Gascoigne Sunday. The new trainer will be Amanda Riley. The third race order finish from the top 431 526. That's 431 526. Field 4, race number 4 is on parade. One is Yes. Jay Harris for Jason McGinnis and Cynthia Acton. Number 2 is Rivers on the Go. Garrett Rooney for Daryl Vleeming and Michelle Riviere. Number 4 is Hey Ralphie, Jason Ryan for Robert Reed and David Shea. There is number 6, Rivers Dream, Natasha Day for Daryl Vleeming and Michelle Riviere. 7, Delicious Stone, Austin Sorry for Dominic Ladew and The Stable. 8 is Run Like Hills, Sammy Filia for Francis Guillemette. 9 is Olena, Paul McKenzie for Pat Brulot and Peter Lunan and Linda Dennis. And then number 2 is just coming out of the paddock. It'll be Rivers on the Go, Garrett Rooney for Daryl Vleeming and Michelle Riviere. Well, fans, let's get a look at some of this field, and it is a field of 8 for race number 4, and we'll start with number 7, Delicious Stone, one that was on a really good run before last time out in this class, just managing a 4th as the betting favorite, but now Delicious Stone 2-1. 12 wins in 24 starts. This horse, this veteran, has been on fire this season. And I expect to bounce right back and race really well. Did wire this class 2 races ago from post 7. It'll be post 6 here now. And also you see a second from post 8, Delicious Stone. I'm looking for a big bounce back. 2-1. Austin Sorry for Dominic Ladew. Number 4, Hey Ralphie. Well, is one that moves up a level off of a win. Dropped down in class last race. Dropped down 2 levels and got a dominant win. Now moves back up 1 level. So I think Hey Ralphie still is well within his range to be a very big factor. Jason Ryan for Robert Reed. And this is one that has 4 wins on the season in 18 starts. But Hey Ralphie really looked strong last race. Came first up and then just blew on by. Mile of 56-2. Very sharp. Certainly a confidence-boosting effort. 8-5, moving up 1 level. Number 3, Malone, did not have a lot of fun at Mohawk last race, but did have a 56-second back half. Just was too far back. Didn't leave at all. But before that was racing consistently well. And in fact, you see this one in a preferred August 23rd at Kawartha, finishing 3rd. And Malone overall, look, 2 starts back, was second beaten ahead. That was a good, solid outing. Malone, Daryl Thiessen for Mark Goddard is on the board at 7-2. And then on the inside, 1 Yes is currently 9-2. Some fans have said yes to the 1 horse here, but I think this is one overall that still there. I think there's better things to come. This is one that has made 80,000 this year, 75,000 last year, 615,000 lifetime. So I don't think we've seen the best out of Yes just yet, and one that I think could be scary if Jason gets this one rolling, because Yes certainly has all that class. The inside post has gate speed. 3 starts back at Grand River, blasted to the front and tired out badly. We'll see if Yes maybe blasts to the front here and can carry farther. 7-2. Ton of back class. Gate is rolling for race number 4. It'll be Yes and Rivers on the go on the inside. In the center, Malone, Hey Ralphie, Rivers Dream to the outside, Delicious Stone, Run Like Hill, the second tier, Olena. Field of 8, race number 4 on a Thursday at Flamboro Downs. Here they come. Field for the 4th race is at the start and they're off. And Malone, Yes, on the outside, Delicious Stone. Those the first 3. Then Hey Ralphie, Run Like Hill. And then it is Olena, back to Rivers on the go. And trailing field is Rivers Dream. But Yes has got the early lead. Yes, Malone, and then Delicious Stone. Hey Ralphie, as they work their way on towards that opening quarter. 5th is Run Like Hill. In front of Olena, then Rivers on the go. And Rivers Dream is trailing the field. Yes, it's 6-1. Leads on past that opening quarter and is in front a length and 3/4. Malone is second. Delicious Stone is third. Hey Ralphie's racing fourth. And then Run Like Hill and back further is Olena in front of Rivers on the go. And Rivers Dream is trailing. It's Yes, it's 6-1. Who leads and is in front by 2 lengths right now. Malone is racing second. Delicious Stone is coming to the outside now and is moving up, looking to tackle Yes. And then third now is on the inside, Malone. Racing fourth is Hey Ralphie, half of 58-3 off an opening quarter of 28-3. 32nd second split. Yes leads it. Delicious Stone is coming to call. Malone is racing position third. And then it is Hey Ralphie, Run Like Hill. Way back, Olena, Rivers on the go, and Rivers Dream. And they head on to 3/4, and it is Yes, but on the outside, that is Delicious Stone, who wants to say no to Yes as they race on by 3/4. Delicious Stone and Yes are going at it. 3/4 in 127. Delicious Stone has come on to get the lead. Might have to deal with Hey Ralphie, though. Yes on the inside. And then Malone as they turn for home. Delicious Stone at 3/4, 127. But Hey Ralphie is closing. Delicious Stone is game on the inside. Delicious Stone and Hey Ralphie, they come on down the stretch drive. Hey Ralphie's rolling at the finish and is going to take a Delicious Stone is second. Malone is third. And Yes is fourth. Hey Ralphie, 156-2. There's a look at the winner of race number 4. It is number 4, Hey Ralphie. Jason Ryan with the winning drive. Hey Ralphie. A 7-year-old Il Sanko Dream Brown gelding about David Shea, trained by Robert Reed. 5th win on this season. 10th lifetime. Hey Ralphie. 156-2. The mile time. Fourth race, number 4, Hey Ralphie, pays 430, 250, 210. 7, Delicious Stone, 270, 210. 3, Malone, 230. $2 exact rate, $50 try, $12.50 super, 33.50. Dollar pick 3, 32.95. Fourth race, so we finish from the top. 463 1 scratch 7258. That's 463 1 scratch 7258 on the bottom. Field on post bright. There is one so not cool. Damien McClellan for Robert Kyle Fellows and Sarah McCoy. Number 2 is Zip Me Up. Austin Soray from Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman and Bryn Mawr, Joshua Kaufman. Number 3, Petro Angel. Paul McKenzie for Daryl Laver. Number 4 is Floyd, the Freak, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. 5 is Jules Cup, Scotty Kohler for Pam Forky and Triple Sec Wine. Number 6, Forbidden Treasure, Jason Rye for Pam Forky and Mindy Findling of Repco. Number 7, Spun from Magic, Sammy Fillier for Cassidy Schneider, Colonel Schneider Jr. And 9 is Southwind Caesar, Daryl Thiessen for Jody Cullen and A1 Stable. Field of 8, race number 5, scratched is the 8. Let's get a look at this field of trotters and features the Super High 5. We'll start with number 2, Zip Me Up, who's 8-5 on the board, and one that drops in class here for this start. And Zip Me Up is one that's coming in just off back-to-back fourth-place finishes, gets a better post position than last time out, and shows enough overall speed to possibly be a solid factor. In fact, you see this one racing 55 and change in August at Mohawk. That could compare well here. Overall, I think Zip Me Up and Austin Serena. We'll see if this one blasts off the gate. 2 starts go at Kawartha, got away third. Bunch of the other starts was not leaving much, but on a half it's really important to get off the gate, and we'll see if Zip Me Up has some early zip. Austin Surrey and Zip Me Up is the 8-5 favorite. Number 5, Jules Cup. Jules Cup is one that's been racing at Clinton, and now we'll try things here. Look at those last 3 starts, a win and a couple of sacks. In fact, the win was a bombing win by 6 lengths. Now 2 or 3 and 1, but Clinton doesn't yield very quick times. And Jules Cup is one that, one thing to note though, kind of a horse that has a case of seconditis. 3 wins on the season, 10 runner-up finishes. Last year had 1 win and 3 runner-up finishes. So over the past 2 seasons, 13 times finishing second. Jules Cup and Scotty Kohler for Pam Forgy is on the board at 10-1. Number 9, Southwind Caesar. One that raced a better last race, was able to get a pocket ride and finish second. Now has to deal with the trailer post. If Daryl can work out a trip, certainly this one's sent up by Jody Cullen. That's a strong barn. Southwind Caesar had been racing at Mohawk and struggling, and then came here, got things turned around, looking to keep it going now. Southwind Caesar, only 1 win on the season, getting a lot of love at 5-2 for Southwind Caesar, back in the same class as last time out. And one more is number 3, Petro Angel. Well, problem for Petro Angel is staying flat. But when Petro Angel can stay flat, can be really effective. Now, last year had a really, really good year. Made almost 60,000 in 45 starts. But Petro Angel this year, things have not been as kind. And now this one definitely needs a flat line. But good qualifier in 59-3 here. Maybe Petro Angel can get the ship righted. Paul McKenzie, Daryl Laver, Petro Angel 14-1. Fans are on number 2, Zip Me Up, as a slight favorite at 6-5. gate is rolling for race number 5. It's a field of 8 taking up positions. It'll be Sonod Cool, Zip Me Up, and Petro Angel on the inside. In the center, Floyd the Freak, Jewels Cup to the outside, Forbidden Treasure, and Spun for Magic in the second tier, Southwind Caesar. It's a field of 8 for race number 5. They're at the start of the rough, and Floyd the Freak, Forbidden Treasure, Spun from Magic, and it is right now Forbidden Treasure and Spun from Magic dealing for the lead. Floyd the Freak got away third now. Then racing fourth is Petro Angel. Then it is back to Jewels Cup and Sonod Cool. Racing second from last is Zip Me Up, and Southwind Caesar trailing for Forbidden Treasure. At 9-1 has the lead. Spun from Magic at 45-1 is second. And Floyd the Freak is racing position to third as they work their way on past that opening quarter. And it Forbidden Treasure, Spun from Magic, and Floyd the Freak the top 3. But now Zip Me Up, who got away second last, is coming with a lot of zip. Zip Me Up now is coming up on the outside and is looking to come on and grab the front. Zip Me Up and Forbidden Treasure. Zip Me Up clears the front. Forbidden Treasure is second. And now Southwind Caesar on the outside, first up third. Spun for Magic fourth, and fifth is Floyd the Freak up at 28-4 opening quarter. Zip Me Up on past the half now in 58. Zip Me Up with a lead of about 2.5 over Forbidden Treasure. Southwind Caesar, Spun for Magic the next two, and Floyd the Freak is racing fifth, and Petro Angel is sixth, and seventh is Jewels Cup, and Sonod Cool is trailing. But it is Zip Me Up 1-5 of the board, who leads as they race on down the back stretch. Has a lot of zip and leads by about 5. Forbidden Treasure, Spun from Magic. Then Floyd the Freak. Out wide goes Petro Angel. Southwind Caesar appears to have flattened out. Jewels Cup up the inside. And Sonod Cool. Zip Me Up, zipping by 3/4 and 1, 26 and 2, a 28 and 2 third panel as Zip Me Up is widening out the margin over Forbidden Treasure, Spun from Magic, and then Petro Angel trying to take fourth from Floyd the Freak, but it is Zip Me Up who's on cruise control now. Zip Me Up is going to win. Then for second, it'll be Forbidden Treasure, Spun for Magic third, and then finishing fourth, that was Jewels Cup, and then Petro Angel. 156 and 3. Zip Me Up. On the board, we have a 26753. Fifth race, pounds 2 zip me up. 260, 270, 250. 6 Forbidden Treasure, 750 and 530. And 7 Spun from Magic, 390. $2 exactor, $40. Dollar try, 312.55. We had a superfecta, a correction, a super high five carryover into the final dash of 3,339.48. And a 20-cent pick five, 48.08. Fifth race, order finish from the top. 715-642-3 scratch 8. That's 715-642-3 scratch 8 on the bottom. field for the sixth on parade. One Vicious Aloysius, Nick Boyd for Michelle Olson. Number 2 is Cal Hanover. Jason Ride for Michael Lloyd. 3 is Rising Dragon. Sammy Filia for Dana Lloyd. And number 4, Happy in Control. Daryl Thiessen for Dale Hurd and Antonio Tangretta. Number 5 is Always Be Melman. Jay Harris for Wayne Smith. Number 6, Bet on Brett. Paul McKenzie for Randy Ertl and Corey Guthrie. Number 7, Serial Killer Andre Goy for Courtney Robson. 8 is I'd Imagine. Brett McDonough for Derek Anderson and Gordon Mason. 9 is Big Bad Jackson. Scotty Kohler for Laura Ireland and Ken Oliver. Field of 9, race number 6. Let's get a look at this field for race number 6. And, we're going to start with number 1, Vicious Aloysius. And Vicious Aloysius is one that has good gate speed and inside post position, and also is one that's dropping a level 4. They start off of a 3rd, racing at Kawartha Downs. So I think Vicious Aloysius, one that won 11 times last year, just 4 wins this year. I think Vicious Aloysius in this spot, a horse with back class, 39 lifetime wins. It's probably the one to beat. 5-2 on the board. There's Ralphie coming in front of us. Nick Boyd and Vicious Aloysius, my top pick. Others, number 6, Bet on Brett's raced really well here each of the last couple races. And Bet on Brett gets off the gate well. Stuck around for a second in each of those last 2. Bet on Brett and Paul McKenzie for Randy Ertl. Bet on Brett is 6-1. Couple of others. How about 9, Big Bad Jackson? Well, nothing wrong with the form on this one. Back-to-back wins, and the trailer post won't be a problem for Big Bad Jackson because this one's primarily a closer, although got up a little closer to the pace last time out and came on to win. So back-to-back wins for Big Bad Jackson. Scotty Coulter drove both of those starts. Big Bad Jackson 6-1. Scotty Coulter for Laura Ireland, and one more is number 5, Always Be Melman, off of a 2nd last time out in this class, and battled first up to get the job done, and finished second beaten and neck. Pretty solid outing. Was the betting favorite, but a lukewarm favorite. Certainly still, that was a solid outing considering had been off a little while. That was the 2nd start back after missing a bit of time. Always Be Melman, Jay Harris for Wayne Smith. Always Be Melman is 6-1. Gate is rolling for race number 6. With their positions, Vicious Aloysius, Cal Hanover, Rising Dragon. In the center, Happy in Control, Always Be Melman. To the outside, Bet on Brett, Serial Killer, and I'd Imagine. And the second here, Big Bad Jackson. Field for the 6th. They're at the start of the rough. Bet on Brett. Vicious Aloysius. Cal Hanover. Then it is Happy in Control as they surge on around the turn. I'd imagine is racing on the outside, and on the inside, Happy in Control is now 4th, and now taking 4th is I'd imagine. Then Happy in Control. Back to Rising Dragon and Big Bad Jackson. And then further back is Always Be Melman, and Serial Killer is trailing. Vicious Aloysius has got the lead right now, 2-1 on the board as the favorite, and Bet on Brett is second. Racing third is Cal Hanover. I'd imagine 4th, and then Happy in Control and Rising Dragon. Big Bad Jackson, Always Be Melman, and Serial Killer is trailing. Vicious Aloysius has got the lead as they race off the turn. Bet on Brett is racing second off a 28 opening quarter. Field works their way on past the half. Vicious Aloysius and Bet on Brett. Cal Hanover, Happy in Control on the outside, is moving up first over, giving cover to Rising Dragon on the outside. 57-4 halftime. 6th is I'd Imagine. And then on the inside, Big Bad Jackson. Second from last is Always Be Melman. And Serial Killer is trailing the field. Vicious Aloysius, a co-favorite at 2-1's got the lead. Happy in Control. Also a 2-1 favorite is on the outside and trying to take over second and grab it from Bet on Brett. Now there goes I'd Imagine, who's moving 3 wide and coming on gamely. And Cal Hanover is racing 5th, and then scooting through to the inside, Big Bad Jackson to save some ground on the turn. And Rising Dragon. Then on the outside is Always Be Melman and Serial Killer. Vicious Aloysius. Here comes I'd Imagine. Center of the track is Happy in Control. Vicious Aloysius, Happy in Control. And I'd Imagine, and Happy in Control. I'd Imagine and Happy in Control. I'd Imagine maybe Happy in Control, but it's close between those two. Vicious Aloysius third, 156-2. There's the winner, Brett McDonald, the winning drive on I'd Imagine. Driving double for Brett McDonald on the evening. I'd Imagine is a 5-year-old Better's Delight Bay gelding by Gord Mason, trained by Derek Anderson. Second win on the season, 4th lifetime for I'd Imagine. 156-2. Sixth race, pounds 8, I'd imagine. 40, 20, 14, 46, 70. For Happy in Control, 370, 271. Vicious Aloysius, 250. $2 Exactor, 320, $30 Try, 485.50. Dollar Super, 1295.05. The 20-cent Super is 259.01. 20-cent Pick 4, 62.85 on 404. Sixth race, so we're finished in the top. 389 246 715. That's 389 246 715 on the bottom. Field for the seventh on parade. One is Pahokee. Paul McKenzie for Wayne. Henry and Henry stable. Number 2, Gravenhurst. Garrett Rooney for Brian Wick and Donawick. Three is Trophy Wife, semi-failure for Mary Ratchford. And number 4 is Mac the Night, Brett Madonna for Jill Pereira and Chris Menina. 5 is Magic's Angel Eyes, Andre Goetz, rounds and trained for Don Lashid. 6 is Irish Dreamer, Jason Ryan for Paul Reed and Mary Christopher. 7, Bandura, Scotty Quiller for Gerard Damaris, Paul Levine. Number 8, Badinsky, Daryl Thiessen for Mary Ratchford. And 9 is Green Light Go, Blair Burgess drives and trains for Burgess Racing, and James Walker and Jeremy Kratz. Let's get a look at this field of trotters, non-winners of 4. And I want to start with number 7, Bandura, who's come in from Three Rivers, has had 2 starts here. That last one was able to dominate in non-winners at 2. Moves up a level now, but that was a great effort. 57-2 to win going away. In tougher and a little tougher post position as well. That was post position 4, but still thought Bandura looked strong enough to come right back to this one here from this post position, and is 7-2. Number 1, Pahokee, is one that raced well here September the 4th, and then last time out of the Prospect Series, not as good, but I think Pahokee, look, 12 out of 23 in the top 2. I think this one could get right back and possibly be able to home run Blue Jays, by the way, 6-0 Blue Jays, and I think Pahokee has a chance here to come right back and be a top 2 finisher. Pahokee is 24-1, I think would fit lovely on the exactor ticket with Bandura, now 19-1. Some others to get a look at in here. How about number 6, Irish Dreamer? Irish Dreamer, last race was 4th place 3rd and raced in this class. And Irish Dreamer is one that had a couple of good starts at Georgian Downs in August, back-to-back seconds, and then also had a 3rd at this level after that at Grand River. Irish Dreamer, I think, is a serious threat. 3-5, getting heavily bet. I don't like 3-5, but I do think Irish Dreamer is one of the main players in this dash. 1-2 now. And then number 9, Green Light Go, is one that last started September the 4th in a non-winner the 2 and wasn't effective. But this is also one that's had some decent outings against tougher in the past. And Green Light Go, I'm looking for a bounce back. Blair Burgess driving and training Green Light Go, 21-1. But the fans are on number 6, Irish Dreamer, 3-5. But I'm on number 7, Bandura, 2-1. Field for the seventh, Pahokee, Gravenhurst, and Trophy Wife on the inside. In the center, Mac the Knight and Magic's Angel Eyes. To the outside, Irish Reamer, Bandura, Budinsky. And the second tier, Green Light Go. It is a field of 9 for race number 7. There at the start of the rough, Bandura is going to blast out. Also leaving is Budinsky. And then along to the inside, Magic's Angel Eyes and Gravenhurst and Trophy Wife. But right now it is Bandura leading the band into the backstretch and in front of Budinsky by about 2.5 lengths. And then Gravenhurst and Trophy Wife. To the outside is Irish Dreamer. On the pylons, Magic's Angel Eyes. Pahokee is racing 7th. Then it is back further to Green Light Go and Mac the Knight. But Bandura 4-5 on the boards, got the lead. Irish Dreamer wants to come on and try to clear to the front. 28-4 opening quarter. Irish Dreamer is challenging Bandura, and Bandura with the front. Irish Dreamer may have to try to squeeze into the pocket, and Budinsky is racing third, and Budinsky is going to move up and close that pocket position, leaving Irish Dreamer on the outside. It is Bandura, Irish Dreamer, Budinsky, and racing fourth is Gravenhurst, and Trophy Wife is fifth off a 28-4 opening quarter. Halftime recorded in 58-2, a 29-3 second split. It is Bandura and Irish Dreamer going at it, and Budinsky is watching those two. And racing fourth is Gravenhurst, and then Trophy Wife and Magic's Angel Eyes and Pahokee and Green Light Go. And Mac the Knight is trailing. Bandura leads on down the backstretch and is in front a length and a half right now. Irish Dreamer has been out a while but hasn't gone away. Still just a length back now. On the inside, third is Budinsky. Gravenhurst is fourth, and then Trophy Wife. And on the outside, gaining a bit of ground is Green Light Go, and on the inside, Magic's Angel Eyes, Bandura. Now Irish Dreamer starts to fade, and Budinsky has been getting a nice trip and watching Bandura duel. Bandura, now Budinsky is trying to pounce. Bandura, they turn for him off 3/4, 128. Bandura still leading the band, but on the outside, Budinsky. Bandura, Budinsky, and Gravenhurst. Bandura, Budinsky, Budinsky is the winner. Bandura is second. Gravenhurst is third. Magic's Angel Eyes, 158-2. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 7 or 8, Budinsky, for looks like a Chippendale Brown gelding. The winning drive to Daryl Thiessen. Double barrel Daryl scores in the 7th with Budinsky. The trainer known as Mary Ratchford, second one on the season, 6th lifetime, 158-2. Seventh race payouts. 8 Badinsky, $38, 1560 and 1380. 7 Bandora, 280, 282. Gravenhurst, 1230. $2 exactor, 101.80. Dollar try, 1049.05. 20-cent tries, 209.81. 20-cent super, 2018.91. Up next is the eighth race, Super High Five. Note there's a carryover into the eighth race, the Super High Five carryover. Fans, note that eighth race carryover into the Super High Five, $3,339. So $3,339 added to the Super High Five, a carryover in the eighth race. Seventh race. Order of finish from the top down, 635 948 217. That is 635 948 217 on the bottom. And for the 8th on parade, one artistic pick, Sammy Fia for Joe Pereira and Chelsea Pereira. Number 3 is Silken Sweet, Nick Boyd for Francis Guimet. Number 2 is Mortgage My Villa, Daryl Thiessen for Guy Chrétien. For his Better Be Early, Jason Ryan for Tyler and Arnold's Horseshack. 5, The Cheeky Bugger, Damon McClellan for Boyd Wilson and Randy Wilson. Number 6, Aladdin Dulac, Jeffrey Hunt for Sheldon Rose and Dewey Winham and Howe. Number 7, J-Port Beach Boy, Brett Madonna for Rebecca Geisel. There is a 9, Lucky Dancer, Jay Harris for Rod Boyd and Jefferson Davis. And a parade is for Favaro Seals for Garrett Rooney for Darrell Laver and Leanne and Stephen Davidson and James Grant and Adrian Sharma. Field of 9, race number 8, final dash featuring the Super High 5 carryover of more than $3,300. Let's get a look at this field. And I want to start with number 8, Favaro Sealster, tough post assignment, and one that was only 6th last time out. But this is one that had 13 wins last year, 9 this year. In fact, 16 out of 33 in the top 2 this year. And look at last year as well, 25 out of 49 in the top 2. So one that makes the top 2 right around 50% of the time. That's outstanding over a run of that many starts. Favaro Sealster, tough post assignment, but this is not an overly snug field, and I just couldn't look past Favaro Sealster. The fans have, though. 10-1 on the board. I love it. Garrett Rooney for Darrell Laver from an outside post. I'm banking on Favaro Sealster being able to be a factor in here. Others. Number 5, the Cheeky Bugger. Well, is one that comes in with good form. The last 4 races were fairly strong. The last race came first up at Hanover, tired on the leg going, but a tougher trip. But the Cheeky Bugger overall. Damien McClellan for Boyd Wilson. Good recent form coming in, gets off the gate well. Damien McClellan and the Cheeky Bugger definitely should be a factor in here, 6-1. Number 3, Silken Sweet, equipment change, blinkers to blind bridle. And last race did not go well here, so the change in equipment. But this is one that was okay the start before it. Gets a better post position. Sent up by Francis Guimet. Francis has got a very live barn. Nick Boyd and Silken Sweet. 14-1, I think, is one that's going to have a huge bounce back performance. Banking on it on Silken Sweet. Number 7, J-Port Beach Boy. Well, was able to wire this field last race from post 4, but now has a tougher assignment. Only 2 wins in the past 23, but that was only the 3rd start of the season last time out. One that dropped from facing tougher. The first 2 starts were at Clinton, then dropped into this class last race and won it 4-1. 7-1 now, tougher post assignment. And we better touch on one artistic pick because that's the one the fans are loving. 3 consecutive third-place finishes, over 27 in the win column, but it is Sammy Fia and Joe Pereira. But, man, I'd have trouble taking 5-2 on one that is 0 out of 27 in the win column on the season. Racing well enough. Inside post has gate speed blasted to the front 3 starts ago. Tired a little bit to get a third-place finish. Artistic pick. One that probably belongs somewhere on the top 5. I used this one towards the bottom of that 5, though. 5-2. Gate is rolling for the final dash. Artistic pick Mortgage My Villa. Silken Sweet on the inside. In the center, Better Be Early. The Cheeky Bugger to the outside. Aladdin Dulac. J-Port Beach Boy. Favaro Sealster. And the second tier, Lucky Dancer. It's a field of 9. It's race number 8 there in the stretch drive. Gathering speed approaching the start. There at the start of the route, the Cheeky Bugger leaves out with Artistic Peg and J-Port Beach Boy surfing from the outside. Mortgage My Villa is fourth away. Then it is back to Silken Sweet, Aladdin Dulac, Better Be Early. Then Lucky Dancer, Favaro Sealster is trailing. Artistic Pick and Semi-Filia has the lead. The Cheeky Bugger is second. J-Port Beach Boy is racing third. And then fourth as they race on to the opening quarter is Mortgage My Villa. Field is spread out. Silken Sweet is racing fifth. Aladdin Dulac is sixth. And then back further we have Lucky Dancer. Better Be Early. Favaro Sealster. Moving on the outside now has come on to take eighth. Better Be Early is trailing early. 27-2 the opening quarter. Popping up from fourth. Here comes Mortgage My Villa as they race their way off the turn. Mortgage My Villa is having some problems and appears to have broken hobbles. We'll see, but it looks kind of loose and is out wide. And now coming here is J-Port Beach Boy. J-Port Beach Boy, and on the inside Artistic Peg as they work their way on up towards the 5/8, half of 58, 30-3, a second split, and Artistic Peg, J-Port Beach Boy, Silken Sweet, and racing forth as the Cheeky Bugger. Then on the outside Mortgage My Villa as the field hustles on towards three quarters, and now Aladdin Dulac is moving up, and now slim lead for J-Port Beach Boy off a half of 58. There goes Silken Sweet though. Silken Sweet is coming on and is moved up to take the lead. Artistic Pick is second. J-Port Beach Boy weakens, and then on the inside the Cheeky Bugger, and the field races their way towards the top of the stretch. Three quarters, 128-2. Silken Sweet's in a sweet spot now, and it is Artistic Pick. The Cheeky Bugger, Favaro Sealster on the inside is racing forth, but Silken Sweet is gone in the field. Silken Sweet's going to win. Then the Cheeky Bugger. Then it was Lucky Dancer, Artistic Pig, and Favaro Sealster. 157-3. Silken Sweet. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 8, number 3, Silken Sweet. The winning drive to Ralphie. Nick Boyd, the winning drive. Silken Sweet is owned and trained by Francis Gimet. Third win on the season for Silken Sweet, 8th lifetime. Victorious, 157-3, a 4-year-old betting line. B. Gelding. Fans note the judges reviewing the broken equipment on 8 Flamboro Sealstern, determining that the equipment break happened heading into the first turn. On the board, 35918. The price is 3 Silken Sweet, $31. 1180 and 630. 5 The Cheeky Bugger, 710, 580. 9 Lucky Dancer, 580. $2 Exactor, 151.20. Dollar Try, 708.45. 20-cent high five. A 20-cent high five ticket, 13,959.55. Kaboom, shakalaka. Double of 8 and 3, $575. Dollar pick 3 pays 2 of 3. Note the pick 3 is 2 of 3, 285.05. And a 20-cent pick 3 on 2 of 3 is 57.01. Eighth race, or her finish from the top down, is at 491-726-853. That's 491-726-853 on the bottom. Fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Thursday evening. Our next racing event is Saturday, first dash, 6:20 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Go Blue Jays. Good night, Shanna.